Hello, I'm Kathy Maness, Councilwoman from Lexington, South Carolina, and I am here today interviewing Mary Brown, Councilwoman from Gary, Indiana, and the current President of Women in Municipal Government. Mary, I have a few questions for you. How long have you been a member of Women in Municipal Government, and how did you get involved in its leadership?
I've been a member of Women in Municipal Government approximately 9.5 years. And some time ago when my assistant was registering me for the WIMG conference, well, actually the NLC conference, and something came up about WIMG, and she said, you ought to look into that. That might be something you might be interested in, because women have so many issues that are not often addressed. So why don't you become a part of this group, or at least apply and see what happened? So I did. I came to a WIMG meeting, and at first I was content just to be a bench member. I just wanted to be a member. I didn't want to do anything. And then with some encouragement from some of the other women in the group, I became a member of the board and later on became president. So that's where I am now.
Wow, well, we're really glad that assistant did that for you.
Yes.
She was really smart to do that.
Yes, she was, and I'm happy about it.
Well, as an NLC constituency group, how does the organization help individuals who are new to NLC? I know my first year coming, right after I got elected, I came to NLC in Charlotte, and I had a member of WIMG come up to me and say, hey, do you know about Women in Municipal Government? We're having a meeting. We'd like for you to come. And hey, I was sold after that. So
Okay.
how about you?
Well, you know what? That isn't exactly what happened to me, but I recognize from attending meetings that there were so many issues that we as women have. There's a commonality with women. And many times there are issues that are not necessarily, men are kind of gun shy about some of them. And so I was just so happy to hear some of the issues that women have in particular. One of the things that we talked about, and it's a big issue in my community, one of the things that we talked about back then, and it's still an issue, was teenage pregnancy. And I thought, being a part of this group, I might be able to get home and do something, become a part of trying to see if we can do something to reduce teenage pregnancy among young women in my community.
Well, I am so happy that you are the president of Women in Municipal Government this year. I know last year, and when I served in that position, it was wonderful and such an honor, and it is so exciting for your city. So as the president this year, tell me what your goals will be for Women in Municipal Government.
Well, thank you, and I'm excited to be president. And I have, from my colleagues on the council and from other people in my city, they're very proud of the fact that I am president of WIMG. One of the things that I want to do is make sure that women who belong to NLC become a part of WIMG. I want to work toward making our membership even larger. And then I want to encourage some of those people who are on my council who don't belong to WIMG. And let me tell you, even though we say women in municipal government, there are some men who belong to WIMG.
That's right.
And I want to encourage them, because these issues that affect us many times affect them as well. So that is my goal, to work toward making our membership become even greater.
Well, that was a great point that you said, that even though we're women in municipal government, we do have men, and we have James Mitchell, who is a big supporter of WIMG, and we are so glad. Well, for individuals who are not familiar about our group, tell us about our organization and what is its purpose and members?
Well, one of the things that WIMG does in particular is encourage women to become involved in elected positions. We have a lot of elected leaders in this country, but the percentage of women is small, comparatively speaking. And so that's one of the things that WIMG does. It encourages women to not only get involved and run for elected office, but as a part of National League of Cities, to become involved in the leadership positions in NLC.
Right.
So.
Well, that's another question that I have. How does WIMG help you to become a leader within WIMG and within NLC?
Well, there are some leadership positions in NLC that women, can and should aspire to. And I've noticed, since I've been a member of WIMG, different persons who are interested in, rising to higher levels in NLC have come to our group and asked for our support in terms of seeking some of those positions. So that's another thing that we do. And our endorsement is very important, and people are very excited to get it. So I just think that's another good thing for us.
And we're real excited that the current president of NLC, Maria Rogers Lopez,
Yes.
started as a WIMG. She
Right.
was a WIMG member, she was a WIMG president, and so we are so proud that she is now the leader of NLC.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm proud of Maria. I really am. I saw her last night, and I was just smiling all over the place. Maria, you know, we're so glad that you're president. So that's wonderful.
And I'm sure when she was in WIMG that she got the encouragement like you and I get from other members, from Daisy Lyman and from
Yes.
Edna Jackson, and they just encourage us to be the leaders that we could be.
Right.
And I know for myself, WIMG has really made me feel like I am a leader.
Right.
And I hope you found that too.
Oh yeah, absolutely. There are some strong women in WIMG, and I found that, you know, when I first started attending the meetings, and I would listen to her. And Daisy really encouraged me to become a part of leadership. I was like, oh, I don't think so. I think I just want to sit back. But she said, oh, you can do this. You're going to do this.
right.
And so with her encouragement, you know, I moved ahead. So I'm happy about that.
And I'm sure that years from now, when somebody else is standing where you're standing now, they'll be able to say, Mary Brown encouraged me to become a leader and to move up in the leadership.
And
in
I will
WIMG.
certainly do that. Yes, I'll be happy to do that. So I'm looking forward to that.
Well, great. Well,
Yeah.
thank you for your time. Thank you for your leadership. And I'm just proud that you're the president of WIMG this
Thank
year.
you, and I'm so happy to be president. Thank you, Kathy.